All right, so I'm gonna do this one again in its own video because it made me go over time the other one, which YouTube won't allow me. So this is the one that I had recorded and then I redid. So number 1 says perform the indicated operation and simplify. Make sure your answers are in standard form, a plus bi. So the first one is 3 minus 4i times 2 plus 5i. You take your pick whether you want to do FOIL or whether you want to do box method. I went ahead and just FOILed it just for the sake of my space when I was working, which gave me 6 plus 15i minus 8i minus 20i squared. So then combine like terms, you get 6 plus 7i minus 20. I squared is the same thing as negative 1, so you have to change that, which gives you 6 plus 7i plus 20, which is 26 plus 7i. We'll jump down to C for a second, where you see 6 minus 5i times 4 plus 7i. So again, FOIL or box method, you take your pick. 24 plus 42i minus 20i minus 35i squared. So again, combine like terms and you get 24 plus 22i minus 35 times negative 1, which gives you 24 plus 35 plus 22i, which gives us 59 plus 22i. So now I'm going to jump back to B, where I had square root of negative 4 times square root of negative 7. So here the first step you have to do is separate that square root of negative 1 out, which gives you I squared root of 4 times I squared root of 7. So now you multiply those outside terms, which gives me an I squared. Square root of 4 is 2. That's where the 2 squared root of 7 comes from. I squared is negative 1. So your final answer is negative 2 square root of 7. So in the next one, you have square root of negative 16 times square root of negative 3. So again, the first thing you have to do is do the I squared of 16 times I squared of 3. So then 16 is 4, so that is 4i times I squared of 3, which is 4i squared square root of 3, which is 4 times negative 1 square root of 3, which is negative 4 square root of 3. Now, number 2, it said rationalize and simplify. You have to multiply by the conjugate, which means you are taking the denominator, because we can't have i's in the denominator since they're imaginary, and we're going to multiply it by a 3 minus I for this problem. Since I had 2 over 3 plus I, the conjugate of 3 plus I is 3 minus I. What I do to the top, I have to do to the bottom, or vice versa. What I multiply in the bottom, I have to multiply the top. The whole point is you're going to get rid of the i's in this denominator. When we do this, we get 2, I had parentheses 3 minus I over 9 minus I squared, because that is a difference of squares. So then I have 6 minus 2I over 9 minus negative 1. I went ahead and factored out a 2 because I was seeing where this was going, which is what I had before. 2 parentheses 3 minus I over 10, and I can simplify that to 3 minus I over 5. And then B, I have 4 over 5 plus 3I. The conjugate of 5 plus 3i is 5 minus 3i. So that means I'm multiplying the bottom by 5 minus 3i and the top by 5 minus 3i, which gave me a 20 minus 2i over 25 minus 9i squared. 20 minus 12i over 25 minus 9 times negative 1. 20 minus 12i over 25 plus 9, which is 20 minus 12i over 34. So there's the longer detailed version of page 1 that I had done, and then I had to delete and simplify it down for the video to fit. So again, if you have any questions, please ask them